Episode 109. Back to the place where everything began. Kind of. Sort of. Didn't actually know this minion would sit on your head. For any other character, it would sit on their shoulder, but for Lalafell, they sit on the head, this type of mount. There are other mounts that do similar things, sitting on your body. You can actually... You get off of me. This is something that I learned some other time, but... For those minions that actually do what I just mentioned, they do it on their own as a behavior, but you can prompt them to do it by command using the beckon emote. Get over here. Good if you're posing for a photo or something. Well, if it ain't Komoy, good to see an adventurer who remembers where she came from, even after becoming all famous and the like. What brings you to the quicksand today? We're continuing the Moogle quest. The Moogle delivery quest. There's a different Moogle quest that is probably more of a pain than this one, but we'll get to that later, I guess. A letter? Next thing I know, you'll be sprouting a pom-pom and in every other utterance with Kupo. Oh? How curious. It would seem the sender's forgotten to sign the envelope. Oh, my beloved Momodi. My riches could buy all the jewels in the realm, yet none would shine as bright as thee. Say that you will be mine, and... Leh! Good gods! No wonder the letter was anonymous. No man in his right mind would claim authorship of such a hackneyed, pretentious load of... Momodi, my love, I see that my mellifluous missive finds you looking as beautiful as ever. Oh, it's you. Why do I find myself entirely unsurprised? I've lost count of how many times I've spurned your shameless advances to your face. Must I now do the same in writin' for you to get the bloody message? Shameless? You wound me, Momodi, my love. Why, my advances are positively shameful. That's not the right word, is it now? Huh, shameless, shameful. I guess they're kind of the same word. Funny how that works out. Ahem. Picture the scene. A mysterious letter. A secret admirer. Is it so outlandish for a man to think that the subtle, romantic approach might stir the flames of passion in his beloved's heart? Says the fool standing before me for the third time this week, still sporting that same ridiculous jacket. Our guest clearly lacks the courtesy to introduce himself, so allow me. This is Thomas So-and-so, son of the spice merchant someone or other, and the richest, most eligible young bachelor in all of Ul'dah. Forgive me if I've forgotten some of the details. I've only heard the story some 20-odd times now. This is Komoy, the woman who wasted her time, precious time, hauling your rubbish halfway across the realm. Is that so? Smashing work, my girl. Remind me of your name again later, and I'll be sure to put you on the guest list for when my lovely Momodi and I are to be wed. Do you see, my love? This adventurer's efforts were for naught. Not for naught. No, you need only promise your hand to me. Promise that forever, my Momodi, and mine alone, you will be. In person or in ink, my answer's the same. Come back when Thanalan freezes over, so I can reject you again. Alas and alack, but I should have known. Yes, that hairpin that adorns your lovely locks speaks loud and clear. Admit it, Momodi, after all these years, you still harbor feelings for him. Why, you've some nerve, walking into my place of business and spouting such nonsense. Nonsense, my beloved? Is that so? Rumors abound about that hairpin. that it was crafted for you by an old flame, that it has not left your shapely head for so much as a day since the calamity. If you lost a childhood love when the lesser moon fell, you have my sympathies. But this is a new age, my dearest. Time marches on, and we must march with it. Oh, and did I mention that my family is among the richest in the Sultanate? Hells! Just how thick is your bloody skull? A man crafted my hairpin, and yes, there was a time when I felt something for him. But such days are long past, and today, I needn't compare you to anyone to find you thoroughly repulsive. Besides, I'll have you know that the man who crafted this still lives. What's this? My rival in love still lives. Ha ha ha. At long last my task is clear. I must seek out this pretender and prove once and for all that I, Thomas, am the only one worthy of my dear Momodi's hand. Adventurer, I would request your aid. Together we will seek out this man, and you will serve as an impartial judge to determine who is the worthy partner for Miss Momodi, he or I. Rest assured that you will be suitably compensated for rendering the proper decision. And with that, let us begin our search at the Goldsmiths Guild. I shall await you there. I guess we're delivering love letters. Would make more sense for a Valentine's episode, but we're doing it during the holiday season, the winter holiday season. I hate to drag you into this mess, Komoy, but would you mind going along? I shudder to think what sort of trouble that lovesick fool will stir up in my name. And we'll take the long way to the Goldsmiths Guild, which is, I don't know, around this way, then through here. What is this little branch? Erleg's burial chamber? I don't think I've ever been there. The main street is all decorated. Out of the way. Now this is a proper decoration. This is what you expect to see along the streets of any city celebrating the holiday. It's really just at ground level, because that's where the player's eyes are drawn to. But I guess as a person, like actually living in Ul'dah, maybe you'd expect some of the upper levels to be decorated a bit more. Like lights hanging along over there, or the towers a bit more decorated. But for an MMO, the camera is mostly pointed towards the ground, so that's where it's decorated, I guess. Actually, that creates a bunch of text here every time I throw it. Actually, on my other character, after doing that quest, created a macro. Let's put it... Where do I have here? And this macro just does the motion without actually doing the text. Damn, couldn't target in time. Why was I having trouble targeting just there? It was like cycling wrong. Oh well. And there, no text. Don't want to spam the text every time I throw a snowball. No snow over here, though. What do they sell here anyway? Platinum Mirage. The gambling halls of the Platinum Mirage are as an oasis of fortune, a glimmering, silvery dream, to which one cannot help but be drawn. I guess I was drawn. Beyond these doors are found fantastical amusements and thrilling games of chance to delight and entertain, assuming you are part of our exclusive membership. I regret to announce that this most privileged club is not currently open for applications, but do not lose heart. Hoard your gil and pile your precious stones in preparation for that day when a position opens and you, madam, might purchase the right to stride across the threshold into paradise itself. That's weird. Platinum Mirage. This place is completely unused. We have the gold saucer that completely fills the niche for all gambling and games and such. Did they maybe plan for the Platinum Mirage to be that in 2.0 or something? Or in a later update, but then they went with the gold saucer? I don't know. I think the gold saucer may have always been a thing. Can't remember. I guess it's just here for lore now. Speaking of lore, what's the story here? Get down from there, you. You'll hurt yourself. Your family's worried. The Thaumaturge's Guild is all decorated. Let's take a look at Komori's older stomping grounds. Ah, this is a place of worship. They wouldn't decorate it here. Probably not. Sorry, Naldal. We're with Azema now, our new patron. Actually, that would just be Nald, right? Or is that Dal? That's Dal. Nald is somewhere else, I think. We can do that too, you know. We unlocked it during the Halloween event. I'm better than all of you. Well, no decorations here. An attempt on the Sultana's life. How absurd. Now what's this corner that I've never been in? I don't think I've ever went down here as my main character. I just assumed this wall never opened. Eralig's burial chamber? What the hell? It's been here all along. I mean, you can't go any further, but still. I've never seen these coffins before in my life. Pretty good parkour distance. What is this place, Crone? This is Eralig's burial chamber, where the dead rest in whatever piece they have found. I stand guard over that piece, and without the proper leave, none shall disturb it while I watch. You weren't watching very well. Well, maybe they decorate this little nook and cranny during All Saints' Wake. I missed my chance to check. Maybe next year. Closest thing that we have to a graveyard inside one of the city-states for them to decorate as such during the holiday. There's an actual graveyard somewhere else in Thanalan, but obviously they don't decorate places that aren't the main city-states. Komori is still making her way towards the Goldsmith's Guild, and actually I did get a little bit lost myself just there. Taking the long way around. This is how Komori does her job as a letter carrier. She doesn't exactly know where the addresses are on the letter. That would require more reading skill than she currently has, though she's working on it. No, rather than read the address, she just wanders around until she finds where she's looking for. Nicely decorated. Do a little perimeter check. Oh, a fat snowman. I don't recall seeing this model before. How's our old mentor doing? The Lie doesn't seem like the festive kind of person. Most black mages don't, I guess. They're all brooding edgelords, aren't they? Probably. And Komori's oldest stomping grounds. Technically. I guess since I just decided that's her old house or something. They don't decorate it for the holiday. They've got more things to worry about. Nothing too different to speak of in terms of decorations here. Let's head on over to the quest then. Although I guess we could check the upper level. Maybe that's a bit more extravagantly decorated, as rich people do. Stairs are over here. And how does it look? Well, no different. Maybe the Alchemist Guild. Pinch kill? Haven't heard that word before. I guess the equivalent would be pinch penny, but still. Funny to hear it in that context. Looks like the Alchemist Guild is decorated quite a bit. A little bit. Maybe the inside is more. No, not really. Not at all. A little bit. Just at the reception. Alright, on to the quest. Ah, what have we here? I didn't get it on camera, but they do a little bit of storytelling during the All Saints Wake event, and I guess here too. There was a similar storytelling thing with some ghosts around the circular plaza in the center of this area here in Ul'dah during All Saints Wake, which I would have liked to get on camera, but I guess I forgot. I can at least get this story on camera. 2 snowmen, top hat and I don't know what this hat is called. Wool hat? Whatever. Top hat. As a gift for wool hat. Top hat has game. Very smooth operator Top hat is. Meme Desu. Probably more like Meme Desu. This one knows something of our man. I can see it in his eyes. Well, go on now. Love waits for no man. What's that? Momodi's hairpin, you say? Why, that was Momoroto's work. Momoroto. Now there's a name I have not uttered in some time. Destined for greatness, that one was. Could have been the second coming of Neil Fresney. Why, he'd been with us for a scant few years when a commission came in from the Sultana herself. Slaved away at the piece day and night till one day, when he rose from his workbench and walked away. Some say the pressure of expectations grew too great to bear. Others that his heart was never in his craft to begin with. Still others said that it was a broken heart that drove him away. The guild lost a talented goldsmith, and I lost a friend. But a man's life is his to live. Last I heard, Momoroto was passing his days as a fisherman in Crescent Cove. If he's found happiness, I don't begrudge him his choice one bit. To think that my rival for Momodi's heart has been lurking in our very midst this whole time. You have my thanks, Master Memedesu. Rest assured that Momodi and I will spare no expense when we commission from your guild our wedding rings. Come, adventurer, to Crescent Cove. We'll walk. I'll enjoy the sights. We'll take our chocobo, but we'll do it by land. Take in the sights another time. It's not often we'll be back here in Eorzea, once we're done with all of the Eorzea stuff. I mean, you always come back to Eorzea, but you don't really come back to a lot of the nooks and crannies that you traveled in the main story. Certainly not Scorpion Crossing. None of that. What a shame. We failed the fate. A little bit weird that it's snowing inside the city, and then immediately leaving, there's no snow. Not even a gray cloud in sight. Such is the compliance that you have to keep for having the weather consistent throughout any time of the year for anybody that needs it. You don't need weather inside the city-state, but you do need it for fishing or something, I don't know. Probably just fishing. And here we are, Crescent Cove. What a dump. Not a bite. Oh well, and tomorrow's another. What brings a mighty adventurer to this lonely fishing hole? This is Momorodo, a shabby-looking fellow indeed. But what did I expect from a craven who threw away his chance at fame, love, and glory because he couldn't bear the pressure? Oh, the ignominy of it all. She turns down my gifts of jewels and gold, yet adorns her fair locks with a trinket cobbled together by a languid Lalafell who stinks of sardines. So Momodi's actually wearing that old thing. You'll get no argument from me, I hardly deserve it. Nor did I deserve her. Perhaps I once did. There was a time when I dreamed of being the greatest goldsmith in the realm. Even a time when such dreams seemed within reach. The young Momorodo may have been worthy of Momodi's hand. But that dreamer is no more, and you'll not see me mourn his passing. Not all dreams were meant to be followed, and not all of us were destined for greatness. But a fishing pole in his hand, and a creaky pier under his bottom, and old Momorodo is a happy man. Can you believe this? My travels have taken me to the far corners of the realm, and never have I seen a man so lacking in ambition, enthusiasm, or any even vaguely redeeming qualities. I would ask you to judge which of us is more worthy, but I think we can safely say that I am the victor by default. To the quicksand adventurer, my future bride awaits. Ah, so that's what all the shouting was about. The young man's taken a fancy to Momodi, has he? I'll say this much. He's got good taste. Doesn't seem like all that bad of a fellow. A bit oversure of his own abilities, perhaps. But no more so than someone I used to know. When I gave that hairpin to Momodi years ago, she refused to wear it. Said it meant too much to her to risk losing. As to why her heart may have changed, who can say? But it is not for love, this I know. Those days are buried in the sands of time. Whether that will avail your lovelorn friend is another matter entirely. We'll teleport back. I took in the sights one time. That's enough for now. Wait. Damn. I was going to talk to him one more time. Oh well. It was probably just a repeat, right? It usually is. Sometimes. This won't haunt me until the day I die, will it? Probably not. No, wait. Going to Momodi. I have returned, my love, and this time I shall not move an ilm from this spot until I receive the answer that I came for, the answer that I deserve. Just between you and me, Komoi, I was hoping you'd manage to lose him somewhere on the way. I have done my part. I sought out this Momorodo and heard his tale. The tale of a coward who has not deserved you since the day he fled this city, forsaking your love and his future in the process. A worthy suitor stands before you, A man who promises to do everything in his power to bring you happiness, and who has the courage to put such words into action. I implore you, my beloved, undo that hairpin, free your heart from that has-been, and give unto me your hand. Listen well, 'cause I'll repeat myself no more. I've no feelings for Momoroto, and sure as hell's none for you. This hairpin, it's a symbol of all those who would dare to dream. A symbol and a warning. Momoroto and I were old friends. He used to come by the shop where I worked and regale me with tales of all he hoped to achieve. He burned with passion in those days. Like yourself, with less style and more substance. As a wide-eyed girl, I was drawn to dreamers. I urged him on at every opportunity. When I heard he was making something for the Sultana, I near screamed, "This is your chance, Momoroto. Craft the masterpiece I know you have in you, and you'll go down in history. You won't live and die a nobody." So I told him over and over, until he came no more. I went to the Goldsmiths Guild, only to hear that he'd resigned his position. It was then I saw the error of my ways. All the time that I thought I was encouraging my friend, I was only piling on to a burden he never wanted to bear. And so you wear the hairpin out of pity for the man? No, not pity. At first I felt so ashamed that I didn't think myself worthy of wearing it. Then the lesser moon came tumbling down and everything changed. At first we thought we lost everything. Then slowly but surely, we began to pick up the pieces and dream again. Seeing the proud faces of those who would rise to the call and rebuild our realm, it rekindled passions in my heart I hadn't felt in years. It was then that I finally discovered a dream of my own. To stand with those who would fight for their dreams, and to give them strength in any way I could. This is why I stand here today. And yet I must never repeat the mistake of my past. Adventurer, artisan, or angler, one's true dreams, one's true strengths, must come from within. This is what I learned from Momoroto, and this is why I treasure his memento to this very day. Oh, my beloved, could there be in this world a more sensitive soul? The 12 should be the 13, for you, my dearest, are a goddess of dreams and compassion. Hitherto I knew only your physical beauty, but I have seen the true beauty of your heart and soul. I am lost without you, my beloved. Make my dream come true, and promise to stay by my side forevermore. Have you not been listening to a single word I said? I've devoted my life to supporting adventurers' dreams. Women like Komori here, who are too busy fighting for our realm to waste my bloody time. But, my beloved, our love too, may it save Eorzea from the shadows. Well now, there's the first interesting words I've heard come out of your mouth. Prove to me that they're more than just words, and maybe, just maybe, I'll reconsider. Does this mean I have a chance? Oh, merciful indeed is the goddess Momodi. I will not fail you, my love. Today, I take my leave. When I next return, you will know the true breadth and scale of my dreams. And you, my good woman, you have opened my eyes today, and for this you shall be well rewarded. You have my word. You will be in the front row for the festivities when my goddess and I are wed. Finally, some peace and quiet. I doubt he'll be showing his face here anytime soon, but who knows. He'd not be the first man I've seen change. Any road, thank you, Komori. No matter how far we come, we can't forget the past. And thanks to you, I've been able to do some much needed reflecting. I'll have the pineapple plums cake. kind of interesting theme for the reasoning behind Momodi being the supporter of new adventurers and the like. The idea of dreaming big, but dreaming from within. That the dream has to come from within and not be forced onto you. And that you can't really pressure yourself too much or allow pressure to overtake your dream or something like that. Otherwise you maybe end up like Momoroda, or whatever his name was. Funny that Momodi offers a chance to Damis right at the very end. He's kind of a jackass, but at least the one thing that he does have going for him is that he didn't stop dreaming, unlike Momoroda. Not that there's anything wrong with the way that Momorodo chose to live, having realized that the pressure was too much or something like that. But it does mean that whatever might have been between him and Momodi, there's no chance for it now. While Thomas, even though there is barely a glimmer of a chance, he's at least trying, or at least dreaming. I'm sure Momodi gets at least 21 different suitors a day or something, so she's probably got a lot to choose from. Thomas surely has plenty of competition. Better head back to Limsa. Think I'll take the airship one more time. Just need to find some victims first. Are you coming by? Strike. Quick, leave. Ah, they teleported out. Saw they were under attack and made a hasty retreat. I guess that means we won. If those were closer to the Aetheryte Plaza, those piles of snow that they had in for the event, there'd be a lot more snowball fights going on. These mail quests don't take very long individually. It shouldn't take much longer if I stop toying around town, which I've done for all 3 city-states now. But we still have maybe 24 more to go or something. That might be an overestimate. Oh wow, 3, huh? That would be... what's that place called? Druthers, the bar. Guess we're going back there. A Mamulja? We take a quest with them? Huh. Stroking the Heft. I don't recognize these people. Actually, yeah, we're at the point where I haven't done any of this stuff on my main character. Go ahead and accept all of them, I guess. How far you've come as a carrier, and in such a short time. I knew that my what is that word? Pedagogical skills bordered upon genius, but I dare say I have outdone myself this time, Kupo. I would reward myself with a well-deserved respite, and you, with your most demanding assignment to date. I have in my paws a parcel from the Thaumaturgist Guild in Uldar, to be delivered to Brea of the Conjurers Guild in Gridania, and I quote, with all speed. urgent correspondence between the realm's most poison? I know the word, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Most poison practitioners of magic. It would only be the slightest of exaggerations to say, the fate of Eorzea may very well be riding on this delivery. To still great flame with you, Kupo. And this Mamulja quest. This would have been made during the patch 2.x releases, so I imagine whatever writing for this Mamulja exists would be, well, of course, all of that stuff before Dawntrail. The kind of, let's say, simplified speech that they gave to the Mamulja so that they seem like they don't speak Eorzean, or whatever language is common amongst all travelers of the realm. No matter where you go, you'll always find someone that speaks your language, which I guess we can just call common. My hard-working assistant returns. Yes, so hard you have been working that I dare say you've earned yourself a vacation, Kupo. I'm not going to give you one, of course. I do have a reputation to maintain, but I will give you the next best thing. A letter addressed to Master Gigaruju at Costa del Sol. Soak up the rays of the sun, bask in the balmy ocean breeze, and sneak a furtive glance at the lovely dancers. That last one can be our little secret. And you'll soon forget that you're working, Kupo. I didn't know Moogles could be horn dogs. My trusted assistant is ever ready for action, Kupo. Very well. I have a package here, straight from Little Solace, addressed to, the long one. Moogle Intelligence has confirmed that this is a Sylphic epithet for the one Hunbert Longhaft, a brass-blade captain of considerable repute who leads the defense at Highbridge. Hunbert is known to be one of the most charismatic leaders in the realm, never seen outside the company of one or more of his men. Rather, I should say women. His followers are uniformly female, and fiercely loyal to their captain. I was in Highbridge a short while ago, but the captain was unfortunately off duty. It would appear he had business at the Weavers Guild, and had taken 2 of his most loyal subordinates along with him to Ul'dah. Many happy deliveries, Kupo. Well, I could take these on in order, but if we just go in order all the time, that would be a little bit stale, wouldn't it? I think I actually want to take on the Mamulja quest first, and I guess it will save us on the teleportation fees. Where is this? Ah, right, Gigaruju, Costa del Sol. I guess I have a bias towards Mamulja after the most recent expansion, and I guess I'm curious to see how it's written, as I said. Sure is sunny for the middle of winter. Really? You're 55, huh? Actually, I've had enough of you getting a free ride. Bring out the old one. Do I have anything Christmas themed? Not really. I guess we can take out the cat for a while. Oh, how I tire of the same idyllic sights day after day after day. How long must I wait to see my new beauties take the stage? Titan's Bane, a messenger girl? Is the adventuring life so unprofitable these days? I could always use another winsome lass to winnow me. You may be a touch over-qualified, but the pay is generous, and the location cannot be topped. But I digress. The letter you have brought me is a reply from none other than the esteemed Master Gilino, whom I have enlisted to train my next generation of artistes. A great honor I bestow upon him, yes? Ahem. Master Gigaruju, while you present a compelling offer, I would rather live out my days in the navel than spend even a moment instructing empty-headed ample-bosomed strumpets, with as much passion and aptitude for the dance as a pack of three-legged shrews. It seems this poor misguided fellow values the integrity of his heart above coin. What's this? The letter continues. That said, I know of another whose particular school of dance, though somewhat experimental, may suit your purpose as well. What splendid news! The letter neglects to mention his name, but says that he makes his home by Iron Lake in Outer Lenosia. Might you be a good messenger girl and deliver this contract to him? I would have my girls begin their training straight away. I guess the dancer is Mamulja then. Interesting. Over here. I can only assume it's Mamulja. That's who the only other person pictured in the little preview picture for the quest. Oh, right. We can go on land. Although I've kind of gotten sick of the scenery here, having done all of the Beast Tribe quests for the kobolds just down below. Still working on that grind, by the way. Almost there. Not that the passage of time is pretty accurately captured in these episodes. I don't think anyway. Maybe on average. Please stop the music. Oh wait. We might need it if there's going to be a cutscene. Ah, here we go. Why do smoothskins shun my dance? My dance is dance of vigor and virility. Paper? For Mamulja? Mamulja does not want paper. Mamulja wants freedom. Freedom to dance. Why does no one understand? Smoothskin wants me to dance. Is some kind of trick to take my coin? No trick. Smoothskin pays for coin. Coin for Mamulja. Coin to dance Mamulja dance. Do I dream? Do smoothskins finally understand? Too long has Mamulja custom been mocked. Too long have Mamulja pets been fettered. But no more. Smoothskin shows kindness to Bulgalja. Bulgalja repays kindness, shares proud Mamulja tradition with all. Traditional Mamulja bathing dance will be shunned no more. Today Costa del Sol, tomorrow the realm. What a shame. But dance cannot be danced with bodies soiled. This is Mamulja custom, and custom must not be broken. Bulgalja would cleanse body in Bronze Lake, where water is warm and sights are stimulating. But smoothskins there have small hearts and narrow minds. Over there, on the left, where I can't pan the camera, I guess he's talking about the hot springs over on the left. Bulgalja will go west to Little House, where Bulgalja can bathe in peace. Little House? Oh my god, the Hermit's Hovel. We're actually doing a quest that takes us there. Are we going to learn who lives there? Like, other than Komori, who's just squatting. I've decided. Wait, does Bulgalja live there? Have I been squatting in the house of a Mamulja? And actually, the way that he was talking, as I mentioned, they kind of simplify their dialogue to make it seem like they're not native common speakers or whatever. And for the sake of Dawn Trail, they retconned it so that all of the Mamulja who spoke in A Realm Reborn and here in Eorzea are just playing a trick on Eorzeans, I guess to stay under the radar for whatever reason. I think they go into it in a little bit more detail in Dawn Trail. Maybe they stay under the radar for the sake of not attracting attention to their homeland or something, or to themselves. But basically Bulgalja can speak perfectly fine Eorzean or Common or whatever, if we're to believe that. And he's just doing this for the grift. So this is your house after all. We're roommates then. You didn't know it, but we're roommates. Oh, I guess he's in the private bath out back, where all of the exciting ERP happens. Are we going to ERP Bulgaljaw? We are roommates. I do have a soft spot for Mamuljaw. I've been very clear on that point. Haven't been trying to hide it or anything. Anyway. I'm just admiring textures. Patch 7.0 updated a lot of textures and I'm admiring them. Is all. Still, setting that aside, if you'll excuse me for a moment. Actually, the design of these clothes, it's just like a codpiece, right? It's barely hanging on the front there. There's no strap or anything on the lower part that kind of links around the tail or anything. It just kind of hangs, like a loincloth, basically. I would think it would reach around back with a strap that hangs from the tail, or at least around the legs more, like normal underwear. Just thinking about the design of underwear for species with big tails, like Mamuljaw here. You are not like other smoothskins. Smoothskins who shun Mamuljaw. Bulgaljaw is pleased. Hopefully pleased enough to accept us as your impromptu roommate. Bulgaljaw likes Little House. Water is warm, and Smoothskin leaves Bulgaljaw to himself. But enough talk. Souled body needs cleansing. But Mamuljaw must not wash own body. This too is Mamuljaw way. Really? Is this part of your grift too, to get someone else to bathe you? Because when I was over in the New World, on my main character during Dawn Trail, I don't recall if this was ever a thing that was mentioned. Though maybe there's some side quest that does mention it, who knows. Smoothskin take water, pour over Bulgaljaw's body, 1, 2, 3 times. Body cleansed, muscles loose, Bulgaljaw will be ready to dance. Well, what's a little bit of shared showering between friends, eh? It's only right. If we're going to be roommates, we should bathe together. Ah, warm water flows over me. Sweat and grime washes away. Let's pay particular attention to your tail. It's a very nice tail. You should probably take off your clothes for this bathing. Ah, muscles loosen, joints limber. An uncontrollable urge wells from within. Well, if you're not going to take the clothes off, we'll just pour water down your codpiece. How about that? This is too hot for YouTube, isn't it? Ugh! I can contain it no longer. Bulgaljaw must move. Bulgaljaw must dance. Smoothskin performs cleansing rituals as good as any Mamuljaw. Bulgaljaw has never felt so alive. Let us visit your master Gegaruju. I will dance my dance as never before. Outstanding. Got our shoes wet, but that's fine. Just to make sure the glamours are okay. There you are. I must say our new dancing master made quite a first impression. I've already taken the liberty of introducing him to the girls. Costa del Sol shall be at the forefront of an artistic revolution. I can see the tourists flocking in, hear the clinking of their ample coin purses. At any rate, the lesson should be getting started any moment now. For all you've done, you're more than welcome to look on. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Nothing more to say, I don't think. Over where? Over there. Little stroll along the beach, I guess. This is how you should spend your winter holidays. Stroll along the beach. What's going on over here? Curious Gorge. Curious George. Just for the pun, I'm not going to talk to you. That's our new dancing master. Is this some sort of joke? I don't like the way he's looking at me. Oh well, at least Master Gegaruju pays well. You and Master Gegaruju are friend to Mumulja. Thanks to you, days of scorn and hurt are over. Bugalja has waited long for this day. Today smoothskins shall know traditional Mumulja bathing dance in all its glory. I want to see this in the new world, their bathing dance. Maybe unlock it for myself, although it's probably not an emote. Master Gegaruju, other smoothskins shun Mumulja tradition, but you welcome us with arms open. Bugalja will not forget this kindness. Bugalja will be greatest dancing master Costa del Sol ever knew. Traditional Mumulja bathing dance is dance of pleasure, dance of life-giving. Every lift of leg, every sway of hips is sacred. When you dance Mumulja bathing dance, you must summon vitality from the very depths of your soul. Did you hear that, girls? I'm paying you good coin for this. Don't be shy up there. Yes, Master Gegaruju. We've been awaiting our whole lives for this chance. We won't let you down. Prepare yourselves. We begin. Hoo-ja, hoo-hoo-ja. Mumulja have hips. Hips must sway. Hoo-ja, hoo-hoo-ja. Mumulja have hips. Hips must thrust. Hoo-ja, hoo-hoo-ja. Mumulja is man, like all men. Hoo-ja, hoo-hoo-ja. You are woman, like all women. What is he? Ah. Brilliant, utterly brilliant. Now this is a dance to delight even the most mature and discerning of, Too hot for YouTube, huh? Can't show the dance. And where did everyone run off to? And you? Are you feeling quite alright? I do not understand, Master Gegaruju. Bugalja only danced as Master asked me to dance. Pay no mind to the reactions of my servants. I suspect they were simply overwhelmed by the sheer wonder of the spectacle laid before them. 'Tis sadly a common plight with artists who are ahead of their time. That said, it is perhaps for the best that we, part ways, at least for the time being. Rest assured that you will receive full compensation for your services, as will you, Titansbane. What a shame. I don't get a new emote. I'm fine, thank you. I cannot quite recall what I witnessed before losing my senses, but perhaps that is for the better. Truly, Mumulja dancing is far too ahead of its time. I think Komor liked it. She didn't seem to recoil in fear. Ah, you've returned. Have you any idea of what all that shrieking and retching was about? I, for one, found Bugalja's gyrations positively Captivating? Well, at least he has good taste. I was eagerly anticipating the sight of my fair maidens performing this treasure of Mamulja tradition, but alas, once again the common folk prove incapable of appreciating my heightened aesthetic sensibilities. And yet, while I am a lover of the fine arts, I am an even greater lover of coin. The highest form of art in the world means nothing to me without an audience, a well-paying audience. As such, I have made the most heartrending decision to annul Master Regaljaw's contract, effective immediately. In return, I compensated him with a healthy sum and a one-day pass to the springs at Bronze Lake. I don't foresee this being a problem, do you? That said, the sheer unbridled passion that the Mamulja possess for the act of bathing is truly a sight to behold. Were only this passion shared by the average Eorzean, oh, what fortunes could be had. Well, Eorzeans are notoriously not a hugely welcoming people, at least not to the beast tribes or whatever. I think Komori appreciates it though. If we're going to be roommates, we should dance together, bathe together. Now I wonder, probably not, but is Regaljaw, after we completed this quest, now floating around the Hermit's Hovel? I can't imagine where these NPCs go after their quests are complete. I suppose not. Are you bathing out back, Regaljaw? Well, he'll be back later. He must be out dancing. That's why we never ran into him up until now. But he's our new roommate. We'll respect his ways and his dance, and even share the same bed as him. Is this even the kind of bed that you can sleep in? It's not. I guess not. Oh well. Our shared home with Regaljaw will always be a good place to take a break.